Okay, today is Saturday, August 17th. This morning started out as expected, except for the weather. The weather was pretty nasty this morning with wind and rain both. It hurt the face when you're going 40 miles an hour, but got over to the Washington side and everybody and their cousin was over there. There was so much boat wash, it was just all over the place. And when you're trying to create a really good presentation for these fish and give them a good look at your gear, the rod tips are 9-10 feet out beside the side of the boat, and the boat's going like this. Everything's amplified, and your gear goes from tapping bottom to being off the bottom 10 feet like that. So boat control was a huge issue. There were fish all over the graph, but because there were so many boats, there weren't many fish caught amongst the entire fleet, and that has a lot to do with boat control. You just could not keep your boat straight between the wind and the boat wake. It was really tough. So that being said, we did end up with 3 kings and 1 coho, and then a little bit later on throughout the day, I could not find a king to save my life. I was fishing a tournament today, and we needed to weigh our best 4 fish, and we had 3 really solid kings, but could not find the 4th one. Just the way it goes. The 1 coho we got was probably 10 pounds, which is great. Let's see, we ended up today with 3 kings, 2 coho for fishing 4 rods for these guys for their tournament. So all in all, still a great day. We released 2 coho wild ones, released a handful of smaller chinook, looking for a bigger one, and I don't know, all in all, can't complain, not at all. But there were a lot of tournaments going on today. It is the last weekend before chinook closes. It's free fishing weekend. It was busy, and at one point I tried to just get away from folks a little bit, but you know where the fish are, and where the fish were was amongst the fleet today. I did make one pretty big mistake today. I knew exactly what time of the tide that I should get bit on the incoming at the area that's been producing for me the last couple of days here, right there at the bottom of Desdemona Sands. And I was probably I was just getting antsy. I got there an hour early. I made 2 or 3 passes. Nothing was really going on. Not seeing any nets flying. And we had the tournament with the weigh-in coming in at 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's like, well, shoot, we got to do something different, because we made last hour and a half worth of passes for nothing. Just getting more coho. So that was frustrating. But I ended up picking up and moving up to the green line. We got to be back at the dock anyways, up here West Basin. Let's just troll our way up and hopefully get lucky. And while I'm doing that, the area that I left, I get a phone call from my buddy Ryan, who's my roommate, and he goes, "Hey, we just killed 5 in 30 minutes. Figures. So picked up and ran as fast as I possibly could, all the way back down to the bottom of the sands. And by that time, those fish had moved. So they were gone. We made a big long pass through there, never caught up with them, never saw them again. A few other guys I know tried making passes in different areas along that same troll. Nothing doing. So, I don't know, it was weird. But, yeah, I don't know. Day 17, 16, whatever it is. Yeah. Heck. Fight's been good, fishing's been good, great customers, great people, great trips, awesome weather. So that's it for today. We'll tune in tomorrow, let you know how the second day of free fishing weekend and the last weekend of chinook retention goes. Again, it's open through the 20th. Oh, I will mention too, though, that please, I need you to be mindful of the Youngs Bay closure. There were probably 15 boats inside the Youngs Bay closure. It is still closed. You're not allowed to fish south of the green line there from the bridge all the way down to Sawdust Pile. So stay north of the green cans from the bridge to the Sawdust Pile. And the cops were in there writing tickets, so be mindful of that. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.